Got a special video for you guys today. Today, I am doing a behind-the-scenes setup of a rifle that will be coming up in a backfire video very soon. It's fully custom, and it is the cheapest possible option. Maybe not the absolute cheapest. I mean, just looking at this, without saying anything, you can just see all of the features and capabilities of this rifle that a lot of stocks more expensive than this one don't have. And so we're gonna do our accuracy testing, our behind the scenes stuff. And then what I wanna talk about most is just what you're getting out of the stock, who it's for, and all that good stuff. So let's get into it. All right, well, she's bore-sighted now. So let's see if we're on paper. And I somehow forgot the mag, so we're just gonna have to single feed all these, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right. Well, first, I always like to do a couple dry fires to get used to the trigger first, so let's do that. Trigger's not bad, to be honest. It's a little heavier than what I usually prefer, but honestly, it's not that bad. I didn't see anything there for a sec, but there it is off to the right. Looks like vertical is perfect, but we're 4 inches off to the right, I'd say. So let's make our adjustment. Okay, we're quite a bit closer there. I'm just gonna shoot a group, see how it's grouping, because it is now off to the left. Okay, we're probably 3/4 of an inch apart there. Not bad. Whew. Flinched a little bit there, but hey, that is not a bad group at all. That is the very first group out of this gun. The very first load of ammo. And that shoots just barely over a 3/4 of an inch group. I'll take that all day. Now, I really like how this gun feels. The cheek weld is already a little higher than a normal hunting rifle, but if it is a little low, you just loosen the knob, raise it up, tighten it back down. Well, a little hard to do this with one hand, but boom, there you go. And then you just leave it. Want to drop it down? There you go. And what's cool about this is you can actually, if you take that knob out, you can actually put it on this side if you're left-handed and you'd rather it on the left side. And now you've got a left-handed adjustable cheek piece, so that's pretty sweet. I love how this gun feels. The vertical grip is amazing. I much prefer a vertical grip compared to a more, sporter style stock. Just is a little more comfortable, and it's just easier to get a better address on that trigger. Which, speaking of the trigger, let's give you a little taste of what we're dealing with here. Nice and crisp. For literally the cheapest action on the market, I think. I may be wrong on that, but if it's not the, it's one of the. That is not a bad trigger at all. And again, I believe it's adjustable. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's adjustable. But yeah, let's shoot another few groups and see how consistent we are. With how heavy of a barrel this is, look how thick the barrel on this thing is. That is a monster. So we should not have any problems with heating up whatsoever. That's, I mean, obviously also gonna help with accuracy. And that looks like it's the same hole as that first shot. So that's probably a 1/2 inch group right there. All right, group number 3. The Hornady Precision Hunter. That looks like it would have been in that, right in that same, it's got same point of impact. So we don't have any impact shift between this group and the last group. So that's good. Yeah, and same thing. Those first 2 shots are hitting almost exactly where the first 2 shots of the last group hit. So if that's a 5-shot group, that's almost a 1/2 inch group, I'd say, if we put those 2 groups together. And these last two groups are being shot back to back to back. We have not given this gun any time to cool, except for that little talking break we had talking about the grip and everything. And right in there, that's probably a 3/4 inch group. Man, I'm impressed. Let's look at the speed here. This thing is ripping. We've got an average of 3,054 feet per second. If the camera will focus, there we go. I think you can see that, 3,054 feet per second there. If not, I'll take a picture of it. But for straight out of the box, 3 back-to-back 3-shot groups, didn't give this gun any time to cool. There was no point of impact change. Let's just go down to the targeted C. But man, is that impressive. For the very first groups out of this gun, this is literally the cheapest way that you can build a custom rifle. There's maybe some other, there might be some cheaper stocks that you could go with. In this case, I think the MDT field stock is perfect for this rifle with how heavy the barrel is, because it just adds so much rigidity. It's a truly free-floating barrel with that stock. It's got an aluminum V-block style bedding, so it's like you have a stock style stock that's built around a aluminum chassis. So it's pretty sweet. But yeah, let's look at these groups. We've got right here, so it's a little bigger than I thought, but that's still probably only a 3/4 inch group right there. This first one, probably same thing. It's probably only about 0.8 inches. And this one's probably our best group, and that's probably, yeah, again, shot 1, shot 2, shot 3. That's gonna be probably a 1/2 inch group right there. So not bad at all. And then this was just a cider. So pretty impressive. And while, yes, part of this video was to highlight the accuracy and get this gun set up for the official backfire video with this rifle, I do mostly want to talk about the field stock and just what it's capable of, why would a hunter want it, who it's made for, all that stuff. So let's go back over to the rifle and talk a little more about that. Now, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I have been telling Jim and everyone else at the Backfire crew that we need to get a gun made with this stock as a part of it, because first of all, just look at that thing. I mean, that is a good looking stock, especially for the price point. For $300, you are getting a lot with this stock. Let's just start with the back. Recoil pad, not great, but you can get an upgraded one. The backstop recoil pad is amazing. We have them available for, I believe, all MDT rifle stocks, and over 300 different models. They send you spacers to adjust your length of pull. That's great. So it's not, fully adjustable, whatever, but it is adjustable. You can change it. And probably the biggest thing for me is having an adjustable cheek piece. There are a lot of stocks that even at a higher price point, you're not getting an adjustable cheek piece, which I think, honestly, for an aftermarket stock is essential. There's just so many guys out there that have their kids shoot and their wives shoot, and everyone kind of just has a different feel for how they like their face to sit on that stock, so that they can see through that scope perfectly, whether they have a smaller face or whatever it may be. And so having an adjustable cheek piece is just absolutely key. And the way, it's just so simple too. You just twist the knob and move it. That's it. It's completely toolless. Like I said, you can take the knob out, put it on the left side if you're a lefty, or even if you're a righty, but you just want to use your left hand to adjust. That's totally fine too. Another big thing, almost completely 90-degree vertical grip. For me, I love a vertical grip, much more than a sporter style stock. Nothing against the sporter style stock. It's just you get a better trigger address, and you just feel a little better on the gun when you've got that vertical grip. You're not feeling like your hand is stretching out with those swept back style grips. Plastic trigger guard, which, what more can you expect from a gun at this price point? But solid, that you're never gonna have any problems. I've honestly never heard any complaints about a plastic trigger guard. I don't know why anyone would have that as a con against a rifle. I don't really know what you're doing that's gonna make your trigger guard break or anything, but But yeah, and then other than that, just the way the gun feels in your hand, this polymer mold is just so comfortable. And when you're out in the field, a lot of times you'll have a gun out there and it's just like cold on your hand, and it can like actually hurt to touch. And so this is actually designed to solve that problem. And so that's amazing. I love that. A lot of hunts most hunts happen in, you know, the late fall and early winter. Even in the early fall in a lot of states, it's real cold. And then another big thing, I mean, that you are getting so much value with this stock. You've got 4 M-LOK slots on both sides of the rifle, left and right, and you're getting it on the bottom of the rifle. So you can attach M-LOK as a bipod adjustment, as a bipod attachment, or if you don't have an M-LOK bipod, that's totally fine. They've got a sling swivel on the front and the back of this rifle, and this bipod is actually attached with a sling swivel attachment. So you are just getting almost everything with this rifle. The only thing I can think of that you're not really getting is a toolless adjustable length of pull, which a lot of stocks don't have, even the ones in the higher price points. And then something I mean, just as I'm going, I'm just finding more things about this stock that I love even more. Look at the shape of that backstock. It is completely flat. You've got a little swoop up there, but that doesn't matter. The part that is resting on your bag is flat. Now it has a little bit of roundness to it on the bottom, but it's flatter than most. And when you come up to the forend, if you're resting on a backpack or a bag, this forend is completely flat. You see that? And that is going to help you a lot with stability. Yeah, that is the MDT field stock. Great stock. You know, we talk a lot about on backfire. You know, if you get a Tikka, one of the advantages is how customizable it is. You can change out the stock. You can change out the barrel really easy. You can change the trigger really easy, just everything. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to buy a $800 rifle just to go double the price in a stock. Well, this solves your problem, right? I mean, that is a great looking stock with almost maxed out capabilities with how many features it has. Super rigid, just very well built at an extremely good price point. So it comes in, if you're interested in the colors, it comes in 3 colors. This is the OD green colorway. They've also got FDE, which is like a desert tan and a black. And then it also comes in just a solid matte black color if you're into that. Thanks everyone for watching another Ballistics Lab video, and we will see you on the next one.